Hi, Jim. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. Hi.
So let me ask you first, how's NILF been going so far for you? I know it's only day one.
This is fantastic. I'm really excited to be here. I'm a little jet lagged, but I haven't been sleepy all day.
All right. So what do you think, if I asked you to sum it all up, and one of the key themes this year is of course disruption, if I asked you to sum it all up, what would you say disruption is in a line, in a sentence?
Well, disruption is unpleasant but necessary. So people in Silicon Valley think of disruption as this great thing. It's not. It's painful. It's scary. It's something that generally we try to avoid if things are going well, but what we're seeing is that companies are in industries that have been stable for literally hundreds of years facing existential threats, and that's disruption in its most pure form. And so from the big to the small, companies are being sort of forced to confront change, and change on top of change on top of change is what we call disruption.
Okay. What industries do you think are primed to be disrupted or be attacked by disruption in the next few years? Which industries do you think have still not been grabbed by that or hit by that?
It would actually be easier for me to answer the question in the negative, which is what industries do I not think are going to be disrupted? I think mining, sort of maritime logistics are not being terribly disrupted, but even those are tremendously vulnerable. Maritime logistics was disrupted by container shipping. Mining has been disrupted by geomapping and drones, right? We can now get aerial pictures. So you're seeing change in every area. I think the industries that are most vulnerable to this are the industries that are historically very conservative. And in the world of banking and finance, since those tend to be very conservative industries, those are the ones where disruption, I think, is going to have the most clash with existing cultures.
Another key talking point over the next 3 days is going to be startups. And I want your view on this. What do you think is most important to a successful startup? Is it the core idea or the leadership guiding the startup forward?
So you need three things for a startup. You need a great idea, a great team, and then sufficient resources to put it all together. The resources have been coming down for decades, so it's getting easier and easier to get the resources you need. But you still have to have the idea and the team. And when I'm looking for a startup, I'm always looking at both of those things, and I don't think you can pick one over the other. There are some startups where I've literally just invested in the team. I thought the idea was stupid, I didn't understand it. There's a company right now I put actually a significant amount of money in just because the guy who's behind it is one of the smartest guys I know, and I told him, anything you do I will back. Not because of what it is, but because of who you are. Now that's sort of a rare one, but it has happened, and certainly in my case, because I don't understand his startup at all, but that's just because I assume this guy's way smarter than I am, and I'm just going to give him my money. But generally, I'm looking for both idea and team.